What's going on this morning? How's everybody doing? How is everybody doing? All right, let's get right to it. Let's look at the chart, guys. Latest update, absolute killer, right? Got an entry signal here with full confluence. That was 8:30 in the morning. Let's zoom on in right there. So you see that signal right there? Highlighting, highlighting. Yes, yes. And that gave you a 1.6 to 1 before it died right now. As you can see here, it's turned yellow. So that means there's nothing to do. Guys, we have a trading system that's just like, hey, nothing to do. Nothing to do. It's yellow. Nothing to do. So, um, yeah, let's do nothing. We got the 8 out of 10, I believe. How's everybody doing? How is everybody doing? Let's get back to the screen here. I just want to give a shout outs to Juan, Eric Moto, Scott, Josh DePon, Charles. Charles says, man, I've been paper trading last month and realized I'm the problem. I've been following each trade design with the new chart and I'm hitting 90%. Yes, yes, you're supposed to hit 90%. That's the design of the system. It is optimized for the highest probability setups. And of course, when you lose very little. But you see, in this moment, what we're seeing here, if we zoom on in, right here, guys. Zoom on in right there. Right. These are the moments where you guys try to make something happen, where you left the market on your back and say, okay, well, I'm gonna make money. I'm gonna make money. I'm gonna try to make money. And when we look at this, we can see this clearly. We can see it's a no trade zone here. Of course, it's yellow, right? So um, and then when we look down here, we could see that we are regressing back to VWAP, right? We extended way beyond, um, yeah, 1.8 threshold. So that was right here. Let's show you guys that extension, with the GT score. It highlighted yellow, and that's about here. And the reason why we use the GT score, and guys, you can get that at Game Trades, is because institutions do not like to extend the market beyond, uh, you know, a standard deviation of like 2.5, right? When you start seeing something like that, it's like, okay, I'm late to the party. I'm chasing, right? Profit's going to be taken here. And the thing is, since the market's a self-fulfilling prophecy, you got other people who are looking at these deviations and saying, okay, well, the prices ran up a good deal. It's primed for a sell-off, a correction. Remember, the market's looking to be efficient and find the most efficient prices. So, looking at this here, we could see, oh my God, we were ready for it. We had the extension, we were ready for it. Um, Here at this candle, we're ready, seeing like we're printing in the yellow zone. This gets easy, guys. But once you have this setup here, it gets easy. Let's go ahead and look at the comments really quick. This update's so amazing. Did some back testing yesterday and I made 95% win rate and over 20K with one contract rank for 2 weeks. All right, so let's go ahead and check out ES. Yeah, that's really wild, right? So really, really quick before I jump on over to ES, right? So imagine if you were just half as efficient as your paper trading. You're changing nothing, right? But just imagine you're half as efficient, right? Because like there are emotions involved, right? I'd say you develop those nerves of steel, but just half as efficient, you'll make 10K in 2 weeks. It's just think about it. Anyways, let's go on over to ES here. And so ES, wowzers. Okay. So ES has printed. Okay, so a couple of things here with ES. It's red, right? GG flip is red. And it's not agreeing with the 1 hour band, right? Of course, we have the trade design originated at 1.12. That's kind of pushing it a bit. That's kind of pushing it a bit, but because I trust the system, we're gonna go ahead and like take the trade. Why? Because I know as well that if I'm wrong, the system's gonna let me know I'm wrong, well before I'm wrong, right? So I'm just gonna go ahead and sell here. Just gonna follow the system. We're gonna sell. Now What should have done was wait for candle close. That's what you should have done, right? So, guys, if you want to save yourself from a lot of stress and trading, wait for the candle to close. Okay. Right now, it's red. I just jumped in because it was red, but I trust it. And $100, whatever that is nothing. But there you go. Now, this is the reason why we have the closer here. This is very, very, very important. Okay. Very, very important. This is invalid until this closes. Okay. So that's the difference between, did I get the trade right or did I just enter on a bounce? And so then, the market's caught you with your pants down. Okay. So just please, 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 please get into the habit of waiting for a candle close. Now, if I get a candle close, I'm going to have a little more confidence here. Okay. Now, what I have to look at, if we go ahead and we look at our confluences here, our confluences say, the bearish set of checklist is 6 out of 6, right? 6 out of 6 as it stands. That is very, very, very confident inspiring. I just had to wait for the damn close there. That's it. So what we also see is a level. Let's zoom on in there. Yeah, you guys see that? You see that level there? That's stressful. There's a level right there. So guys, when you're going ahead and you're trading and you're waiting for that candle close, and you see like the level right there, you're probably gonna want to wait for the candle close and the break of that level there. So I'm not really stressing too much over here. It's really not much. It's $125. So let's see. This here is my take profit right here. So I will do just that. Um, I will buy right here. 2 seconds on the candle close. Are we going to get a follow through? Are we going to get a bounce from here? This is so important right there. So, 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 so important. Are you guys following along? Okay. So see, not a good deal, right? So that's why you gotta wait for that candle close. I'm not too sure if I like this trade. I mean, we got the full influences. Now I'm just gonna trust the system. Let's go elsewhere. Let's see what's going on with NQ. So NQ is still in bullish territory. Let me zoom on out here. Still bullish here, but it's a no trade zone here. No trades right here. So we're doing nothing. Let's go ahead, take a look at what ES is doing for me. At that level, I don't like it. I don't like that level. Let's see if it comes right back down. It came down, right? You see how it came down? It gave me the wick. And didn't quite close. So yeah, shame on me for not waiting for the candle close and observing that level initially. But you guys are able to see, and learn from my obvious oversights while we're trading live. There's a level there. You got to be careful. Okay. What I'm going to do is I don't want to take this loss. Like, honestly, let's see. We'll go ahead and hang out right here. I'm going to respect that level. So, yeah, there you go. Filled me. Close that trade profitable, right? I want to respect that level. I want to see this candle close. Okay. What you guys saw me do was respect the fact that I sort of kind of like fucked up, right? And I saw the level and I had to respect the level. And it's a good thing I did, right? Right? It's a good thing I did. It should have done it sooner. Guys, don't speculate levels. Thank God I took the profit. Did not speculate your levels. Okay. Let's go ahead and look at NQ here. That's the wrong chart. So we're still in yellow territory here with NQ. No trade setup. No trade setup. Back to ES. Now, what I could do, you see, guys, respect your levels. What I could do is set a sell order on the other side of this level if I was um, bearish, right? Problem is that even here, you see how we had a 1348 cross, but that 1348 cross happened at 121. Now let's zoom this. Let's zoom this in a little bit. Let's see if I can get that zoomed in. All right, so a trade design happened at 1.22. 1348 cross has it closed, but it's 1.25, right? But when it's extended like this, when it's beyond one, when these things print beyond one, it's caution, right? Because you think about it, you really don't have much room, especially if we're taking profit out 1.8 using the system, right? So you have standard deviation all the way up to 2, but we like to go ahead and do it at 1.8. That way we are the first ones out, able to secure the bag, right? So if we're seeing trade designs and they're printing at 1.22 and a 3048 cross printing at 1.22, you're sort of kind of late to the party with that one. So you would probably want to skip that trade. So for those who have GT score, make sure you implement that. GT score is exclusive at Game Trades, guys. So, it's well worth it. Well worth you having the context necessary to navigate this trade and not commit to it. Because, guys, one of the biggest problems for traders isn't the trade, it is the commitment to the trade. That is the biggest problems for traders. Who can agree on that? It's not necessarily the trade, is your commitment to it. See, obviously you're all winning, so you're winning. And then when you get into an uncomfortable spot, you commit to it because you don't want to lose. Therefore, you lose bigger. So, guys, it is really not, the trade itself is your commitment to it. Now that you have some context, now that you have context here, a level, we're a little extended here, deviating from VWAP right there. It's probably not going to be the best setup. Okay. Now, that's pretty aggressive. It's done its thing. I wasn't here for it. Now, if I had my stop there, that was great, but not here for it. Let's go ahead and check out NQ. So, NQ has finally flipped. We have a level at 0.5, but it's yellow. So we can't take this trade. We can't take the trade. We can't take the trade until this turns red. You remove a lot of mental capital expenditure with this system. When it's yellow, it's just don't do anything. Even though the trade design is prompting us, right? And we're getting a go signal here. If we follow this additional rule and having this order of confluence, it just puts us in a safer trade, right? So would you sacrifice a safer trade for the idea of making more money in the trade? Which I find kind of silly, right? Because if we took 6 trades a day, or excuse me, 4 trades a day, at 0.5, meaning it took a half an hour, 4 trades a day at half an hour. You win 90% of the time, like the system shows, you're making 200K from 10,000. So you're doing better than compounding 1% a day by making sure, you take the profits at 0.5. 4 trades a day, you turn 10,000 to 200K. That's it. Insane. So we're just going to go ahead and wait patiently for this to tell us to go. And then, of course, you have this hasn't closed, which is very, very important, guys, for trade design, right? Because the trade design will finalize once the candle closes. And that's what you really want, right? Because when the trade design finalizes, then you get your risk box. You see how the risk box is shifting? There you go. You gotta wait for close. Your risk box can get larger or smaller. Now it becomes dynamic. And so then your sizing for the trade, you might find yourself undersized or oversized based on where it closes. Okay. So wait for the close. This is one of the best updates to happen to our system where the trade moves dynamically until the candle closes. This gives you the absolute most accurate stop zones, which is right here, right? Um, it's awesome. No, you know, we're not doing coupon codes. We're trying to figure out how to give out 30-day free trials, right? But I won't warn everybody who's looking at the system and like, oh yeah, I want to dabble at it, you know, just to prevent the tire kickers from kicking tires. Yeah, you get 30 days at it. We're trying to figure out how to make it 30 days free, but it's $99 for the basic 1348. Then the additional components that you're seeing here, lifetime trading, is an extra $69, and then the game trades component, which is an additional $100. And if you're saying there like that's too expensive, you shouldn't be trading. So all in, you're looking about 269. That is cheap as hell. But yeah, guys are taking $92,000 payouts from prop firms. The paying charge of $60. Like, you serious? It's cheap as hell. But anyways, just keep that in mind. So if you're looking to make it cheaper, to make it more affordable, just really, really think about it. Right. It's about value, guys. I'm not trying to be cheap. I want to establish value. Unfortunately, most people are not willing to pay what this is worth unless they try it out. But I promise you, there will be price increases. Yeah, I want the most serious of traders. I want the most serious of traders in the community. So as you're making money using the system, there will be price increases. Just letting you know. All right. Um, so here we go. We're just waiting, guys. We're waiting for something to go right here. And let's see. Yes, took off. That's awesome. It's awesome that yes took off. Could have been a little more patient, but my setup, my entry, and because I didn't have a favorable position on the other side of this level, prompted me to just take profit, right? Because it made me feel comfortable as far as like my entries. I didn't wait for a candle close, and I didn't respect the level. Now, had I, and you guys see how this is a domino effect, right? When you do everything right, you don't really second guess the trade. So you wait for the candle close and you wait for the other side of the level. It just induces so much more confidence when you're doing things right. Well, Christopher, yeah, I mean, yeah, keep this money for us. But the thing is like, unfortunately, this is a business. I'm in business to make money. And, it's awesome that everybody else gets to make money too. But I think 2026 is a year where I'm a little more selfish. And if you can't afford my fee, go fuck yourself. It's just that simple. I'm gonna be a hell of a lot more selfish. So, let's see here. So again, guys, we talk about like the domino effect, right? Because I did not follow the rules to a T, I second guessed my entry. And so therefore, like I should have been on the other side of this level and I would have been A-okay, right? But let's pay attention to this extension here. Let's pay attention to that extension. 1.7, 1.69. You'll see that as we start approaching these extensions, where price begins to sort of kind of like stabilize. Eric, I'm glad. I'm glad he did his one and done. So guys, the secret or the target end of day percentage on your portfolio is going to be about 1.26% right there. So how do you achieve that? You could do two 7.5s, two trades at 0.75s. Then you do three trades at 0.5s, right? But the secret, you can compound 1% a day. But when you do just a slightly over 1.6, 1.26, it helps with drawdown and it keeps your equity curve smoother. But surely 1.26 is very, very easy to do with this system. But I want to keep right now, sewed on the extension, where you bought on the extension. So you bought it back, right? So we're right here. You guys pay attention to this. Right? We're ever so close to 1.8 or the 2 mark, right? It's just you overextended. Of course, I'm sure it was much more, right? At the bottom of this wick here. Okay. So this is something you guys need to pay attention to as well. This is going to keep your emotions in check with the reality, right? Everybody wants to, you know, take more meat off the bone. But if it's not there, it's not there, and you can't force it there because it's not like you move markets. Okay. So now time to play. You can assume that it'll come to the 13. So let's go ahead and put this there. Um, let's see. We take this off. Let's do this. Let's turn on the 13. Let's turn on the 48. Okay. Can it come up to the 13 and reject? Absolutely. Right. But why would why would it reject? So having that mindset that it's going to do a specific thing is always going to hurt you. You could always say, instead of saying it's going to hit the 13 and reject, right? You could say, let me see what it does when it hits the 13. Now, it's a beautiful thing here that we have a continuation here. Like we're way extended here, 1.82. But the system like keeps you safe. It's like, hey, set to break even. But truth be told, you're well over a 1-to-1 here. Let's measure this. That's 10 points one way, and then 13 points, 8 to the very. Yeah, you're certainly over a 1-to-1 there. You're probably like a 1.15, 1.2. That's really all you need for your day. I think that e-karmic experienced that, right? Okay. Learning to flow the 15-minute chart flirting with GG flip. Flirting hasn't happened. So you can set an alert on the 15 so you know when it happens. Now, on the larger time frames, I'm using the 30-minute almost exclusively, and I'm paying attention only to the band right there. The band says we're trending down, right? So cool. Now, let's get back to this. Let me check out NQ. All right, NQ still in the yellow zone. For me, right? For me, I'm waiting for red here. This is the trade that I'm waiting for. I sort of kind of like fumbled on ES. So instead of chasing ES where it's at right now, even though the system just said, hey, hold my beer, it works. I'm simply going to wait for this to go red. When that happens, we're just going short. That's what we're doing. So did I lose money? No. Did I make as much money as I want to? No. But most importantly, I didn't lose money. So that's great. Okay. So we're signaled an exit here. Interesting. Interesting. Just gotta wait for it to go red. Let's look at GC, huh? Okay. GC. Guys, look how beautiful this is. This drives the point. Check this out. You got a trade design at 1.08. Right there. Right. That's the score. It's 1.52. I mean, that's a little on the top side, right? But trade design here, and then like, man, it's green. Just go. You get your entry. You get your just above a take profit. That's going to be pretty close to a 1-to-1 up there. That's GC, right? But point 0.5, I don't know anybody who wouldn't take that either. It's an easy trade, but nice and green. Nice and green, right? When there's red, nice and red. Goes from yellow to red. Oh my God, just get paid. How about this setup where it's nice and green? Nice and green. This is beautiful. It's beautiful. Get an entry, get your break even, get your exit. It's all nice and green. Oh my God. Nice. So, Eugenio, how does it feel? How does it feel to be able to like trade with that type of confidence? The guys, Eugenio is a member of my longevity club. And yeah, he's made a lot of progress. Our last meeting, he asked all the right questions. I was really, really, really impressed. Um, so I'm glad. I'm glad that he took this trade. GG flip red on NQ. Sweet. All right. There we go. And so it flipped red. Channel closed, damn it. you guys, reveries go. Yes, yes, but hey, yeah, reveries go. Um, yeah, let's do it. Screw it. Reveries go. I mean, there you go. Right here, zoom on in. You guys see, nice. J-Mac, thank you. That was nice. Now I gotta make sure I secure the bag somewhere, but that was solid. $900. All right. Let's uh let's do it this way instead. 700 bucks. What are we targeting? 550, 725. All right. Oh, nice, nice, nice. So let's see here. What I'm going to do, right, is says I sold. It's a buy stop. Call. Trade's free. Trade's free. So how much am I up? Yeah, not a bad way to start a Monday. Look at that. Jay, like this system just pays 1,600 bucks, 1,800 bucks. I'll get out at 2,000. Give me 2,000. We're out, right? I'm just like break even. Nice. Mirror chart took the stress out of it. That's the point, right? It lets you know exactly when it's go time. J-Mac got the go time signal. He was like, take a profit. You know what? I'm gonna do that too. Screw it. I'll just take profit. Hey, you ain't nothing wrong with $1,300, man. Charles, I love you too, man. So you guys see how we're just waiting for it to go red? That's all we were doing. Waiting for it to go red. And we made money. Come on. Yeah. So we wait for it to go red. We look for our confluences. We wait for it to go green. We look for our confluences, right? With the flip red on GG, would it still be best to wait for the can to close on the red? Now, honestly, I would say yes, but because we're already in a trade design, so you're gonna notice that green and yellow and reds and yellow and greens don't flip very much. It does not flip very much. But because we're already in the trade design and we closed in the trade design and yeah, it's just go for it, right? Obviously, it also puts you in a position to, break even, make it free, which I did. But then, of course, it was like, okay, well, let me just go ahead and take profit because it was something that was meaningful. It was over $1,000. It was fucking meaningful. So that's what you would do. Okay. So someone wants me to explain. So you're welcome. You're welcome, buddy. So when this line here is yellow, it means caution, right? The trade's not quite ready. Here, it just lets you know to go. Right there. Right about this trade. This candle to this candle is like, let's go. Okay. Now, is the trade over? Hell no. Hell no, the trade's not over. Like, we're gonna get up. We're gonna reject from here. Keep on going. Like seriously, that's okay. Be careful. We got a new 5 minute here. We're gonna bounce off this region. Pay attention to the band. Pay attention to that band. I'm just gonna go ahead and sell really quick. Just see if I can scalp this. Right? Is pay attention to the band. I want to see if it rejects from the band. Right? The trend is still down. Oh, we get yellow again. Fuck, I went yellow again, guys. Damn it. Damn it. It works. It just works. That was a turn to the EMA, yeah, it bounced, but you see how it just worked, right? It went yellow. It just like lets you know, like, bro, don't take the trade. Don't take the trade, Gabe. Who saw that go yellow? Who saw that go yellow? That was beautiful, right? Like, don't be a dum dum. God, I love this thing. Yes, you saw it, right? Don't be a dum dum when it goes yellow. I love it. I love it. Like, damn, okay, it went yellow. Oh man, that was awesome. Ah. So guys, who's liking this setup? Who's liking this setup? I know it's only been out for like what, half a week? Not even. But who's liking it? It's part of the suite, to answer your question. Awesome, 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 awesome. Man, awesome, awesome. All right, guys. Well, I'm glad you're able to see this thing at work and just it's color coded. I mean, you can't fuck it up. You really can't fuck it up. You can't. So, all right, guys. I'm gonna be signing out. I'm gonna be chilling here. I'm gonna wait for the next red. There you go, Josh. That was smart. I like what Josh did. I'm gonna go ahead and wait for things to go red and or green, and then I'm gonna go. Like today could be a stupid, stupid crazy day. I feel it could be a stupid crazy day. I think I'm here for it. Cody, dope. I think today could be an absolutely crazy day. Let's see. 10 o'clock. Is the market going to rebound? Oh, we'll find out. All right, so Dieselman, you got to go ahead and rewind. Setup, the whole entire setup is about 265 a month. 265 a month. That's cheap. Very, very, very cheap. All right, guys, signing out. This is fun. Right? Everybody here making their monies. That's what it's all about. Am I gonna rally my motorcycle? No, no, guys. So I have a Harley, right? Everybody knows I have a Harley. But what I also have is a Kawasaki ZH2, supercharged, 250 horsepower, naked bike. Holy fuck! Oh, red. Yeah, it's not too cold. Yeah, I love it when it's cool, right? So you're not sweating. In the heat, Florida heat. Nah, man, Eugenio, the problem with Ducati is like they're like Lambos, man. You gotta buy 2 because one's always in the shop. Oh, man, 40? Yeah, that's cold. That's cold, and then when you top it with a wind chill, 40 turns like freaking 10 degrees real quick at 90 miles an hour. Yeah. All right, peoples, we're signing out. It was fun. It was a whole lot of fun. Guys, do not trade yellows. Trade your greens. Trade your reds. Make your money. Peace.